between Imran Majid and Benji Buckley. Imran winning the lag. And with Elliot Sanderson being the first British representative in the last 16, we are guaranteed to have a second after the culmination of this match. Is he through? And I stand corrected. Mark Gray has certainly qualified. It just hasn't come up on the last 16 yet, as I believe they all need to be completed before they assign the draw. So 3 Brits making it through. Always good news. Imran having a look at the 5. Wondering exactly how he's going to get position and shape to that. Imran's played that very well. He's got himself down for a shot on this 5. He's going to have to work the cue ball to bring it around for the 6. He's done that rather well. Showing good composure in this first frame. It's can be difficult when you've had a break between matches, but these professionals are doing a rather good job of it. Has to be careful of contact with the 9 here, but has managed that successfully. And we find a break and run for the first frame to Imran. Benji to now have a crack.
So both these players are from the UK. Do you know them personally?
No, I've come across Imran before moving to the Netherlands, but not Benji. And always been a good ambassador for American pool in the UK, Imran.
Yeah, he's been on the circuit for quite some time now.
Yeah.
One of the top players in the UK, for sure.
Oh, certainly.
Number 13 for tomorrow, Cliff Castellane.
He would.
And immediately after, number 14, Evil Arts, 16 tomorrow.
So if you didn't hear that coming over the microphone, just to confirm, the latest 2 qualifications through to the last 16 are Evo Arts and the home favourite, Cliff Castellane, with a great win over Tim Jonkman.
See you tomorrow.
So it has the makings of being an amazing last day.
Yeah, I think the players who qualified on the winner's side, they are seeded in the last 8, and then 8 players from tonight's qualification matches on the loser's side will be drawn against the winner.
Okay. Benji making a good break. 1 and 2 ball dropping on the break with shape on the 3. So he'll be looking to capitalise here.
Kijk dan. Dresscode in het casino. Dresscode in het casino.
Not looking too challenging for Benji, but he's just taking his time because there's a lot of activity going on in the room right now, with 2 of the other matches being completed. Wise to do so. It can be very easy to let the noise and activity distract you. And with today coming closer to its end, to its culmination rather, a lot of excited players and spectators.
You've still got one match going on.
Benji playing that with a nice touch of finesse to leave it for the centre pocket.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I always had the feeling that he would come around, you know.
Yeah.
Give yourself more margin of error. But he felt more comfortable playing this delicate shot.
To great effect. And blinking you missed it. We've had 2 break and runs.
Two last matches here going on for the last 2 spots in the last 16. Table 6 on the 2nd floor, it's Dylan Vive against Daniel Macchio. I don't know how to pronounce it, but just make something from it. And it's Hill there. And on the TV table here, it's 1-all.
The most interesting thing with these Polish players is to try and pronounce the names properly.
Yeah, probably will always do it right. If it's getting more louder here, it's more people standing in front of our commentary box at the moment.
Ooh, a very good looking break from Imran until the cue ball traced its way to the middle bag. So, could this be an early advantage to Benji? Judged by the strength of each player's game up until now, could very well be situations like this that can change the game profoundly. So,
it's interesting. He's cleaning the cue ball with his towel, which
are there any rules against that?
Could be considered as a bit dodgy. You never know if you put in some substance in the towel.
Some Vaseline.
No, actually, when you put in some silicone spray, the ball reacts much easier, differently.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So
these are things only hustlers get to earn.
I wouldn't consider myself as a hustler, but I know from experience that this happens.
Okay.
We'll see how the cue ball now reacts.
And do you think that would be a tactic to be employed in matches? Is that how it's come to be?
It has happened. It's happened. Some players, yeah, they feel they can get the edge by, manipulating the cue ball in such a way.
It's very interesting.
But I'm not saying at all that this is the case with Benji.
No. But as a bit of a cricket fan, I'm used to watching ball tampering happen in games in professional sport.
Yeah. In this case, it was just a regular cleanup of the cue ball.
Yeah. Just come the wrong side of that 6. Making this more bankable or safety than putting clean into the middle
I think
pocket.
He's going for the bank, which is pretty obvious.
Yeah.
To go for.
Looks like a double kiss if he tries to come over it like that.
Yeah.
That'd probably be more like.
Yeah. I think if he's gonna bank this, he has to hit this pretty hard to shorten up the angle.
Looks like he's chopping it in the middle.
Playing safe, but it's not
safe enough.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Yeah.
Containing safety.
Yeah, containing, exactly. I can only assume that these guys know each other's games quite well.
I guess so, because to my knowledge they both compete in the GB9 tour.
Yeah.
So they must have seen at least each other play.
And both of them are always in and around the last 16.
Okay. So you follow the GB9 tour, the results?
Yeah, I have a few friends that play in there. John Davis, the 2 Johns even, and I get to watch a few of them now and again when they play in Telford.
Yeah, because there's not much 9-ball pool in the UK, right?
Not at all, no. Or even tables.
Yeah.
Which makes it very interesting then when you do find places with tables, they tend to not be that well looked after either. And it just makes it makes British pool more popular because many places have the tables, they're smaller, they fit in the smaller venues. So you'll find a lot of the good British players and the up-and-coming British players like Elliot and Julian and what have you have to cross the channel to come and find the good pool games, which is testament to how it's been adopted on the mainland. And I can only imagine with Russia and Poland and China embracing the game in the way that they have, that we will have to go further afield.
You mean with the Chinese 8-ball, you mean?
Certainly with the Chinese 8-ball.
Oh, sorry. Wrong. The last match is also finished, I see. So Daniel Maciol beat Dylan Vive, home player also here, 7-6.
On the hill.
Yeah. That means the very last spot is given to or not given, is won by one of these players, Imran and Benji.
Benji checking the rack himself? He was watching.
I was just checking how it was racked. So
He was watching
it was the
Imran.
same, but what Imran did in the previous rack.
Player number 15.
It's not bad. Not bad at all.
Probably the toughest pot now. Will be the one. The 4 is covered by the 7.
Don't think so. Yeah, maybe.
Quite-
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Will that make for a safety
Is
shot
that-
here?
yeah.
Or?
I was going for safe. I think it's the right choice.
Yeah. I have to agree. That was a good shot.
What about that shot?
That one goes in the notebook.
Yeah.
Wow. I have to say, I thought that was an optimistic distance to want to jump in the first place, but so well executed. And with a little bit of luck.
So the
Yeah.
4 ball did pass.
Doesn't want to be too straight on this 7.
Did you notice that Imran is having a small extension in between his butt and the shaft of his cue? Black. So it's he has a longer cue now.
Okay. I do the same to my cue for one pocket matches with the
Yeah, balance right.
balance right thing that I purchased from yourself. And it's a great tool. I find myself in a lot of one pocket games
Yeah.
having to reach a lot, and
okay.
so leaving that in there all the
Yeah,
time
yeah.
makes a lot easier. And will that be a balance right that Imran
No,
is playing
it's
with?
different. I think it's a carbon thing. 'Cause it's black. Not many people are around anymore for this last match. All moved down
Yes.
to the bar.
It seems to have got a little noisier downstairs, if that was at all possible. But a very good turnout and a good vibe downstairs.
Yeah.
It's clear to see that most of the players really enjoy this tournament, on or off the table. Strong break, however.
No ball. Potted.
No. And there's a couple of obvious safeties on here. Be interesting to see how Benji tackles it. Okay. After the way Imran just jumped, I probably wouldn't want to leave something like this.
I think he can reach the putting angle from this of this ball.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Imran is checking how much he can see of the ball. Yeah, that's always the danger.
Yeah, the
The
double
double
kiss.
kiss. I've heard of his name a few times. I think he also plays in the Eurotour, Benji. Well,
Yeah.
actually, I've never seen him play, so.
No, I recognise his face, but I don't think I've seen him playing. But it's certainly a name I come across a lot when I'm looking at various scoreboards and final days. So proven to be a very competent player. And fighting for this last place for tomorrow. Be interesting. Should bring the best out of both of these guys.
Yeah.
A little bit of an angle. Be interesting to see which way he decides to take this 5. After the
Looking
4.
at the 5-7 combination. What about drawing it back towards the 9 and go for a 5 in the center pocket?
That would probably be my preferred route.
Unless the 5-7 combination is in that such a position that it's easy to make it for him.
Yeah. Saw Tamara Peters playing 2 lovely combos in one run, with probably about that much distance between them both each time. She made it look rather easy. Oh.
Well, he did choose the route as we suggested. He's now just trying to judge the kiss on the 7. He can't go past. Ah, that's great.
It was very well played.
Maybe just a little bit too much angle, but at least he has a shot. He can also go forward and leave a long 7 if he likes. But maybe he can just draw it to the other side of the table. Avoid the scratch, of course. It's pretty
He's done that well.
well played.
Navigated them well. Brings it back to 3-2. So Benji not completely comfortable with the rack.
I
Looked
think
like he was saying
yeah,
there.
I think he was saying it's a little bit too high.
Or if it's flicking up plastic.
Could be.
It's probably the best policy. Rack it yourself.
Yeah. But then the opponent gonna check it again. Well, that helped.
Seems to work. I must go and ask him what he was doing before.
Imran must also be scratching it like, he's got this break figured out better than I did.
Interesting 2 to 3. If this is straight, I would expect him to play safe. Yeah, he's taken extra time over this. It doesn't look it doesn't look like there's anything easy.
I think it's
Just can't.
yeah. Try to see the putting angle, but I think it's dead straight.
It can only
Otherwise,
be, he would have, yeah.
yeah.
In this situation, I'd probably look at cross banking it and using the 3 and 5 as cover. Like that. Exactly like that. And he's used the 8 and the 6 to great effect.
That's not bad.
That
It's
worked
not
well.
bad.
Still, from playing a lot of one pocket and bank pool, this still looks bankable.
But
there's no
playing
way of
position
getting
on the
shape.
3.
Yeah, there's no shape to.
And that's why he's playing safe.
Yep.
That's a good choice. Good shot.
Might be able to come around the back of the 3 here.
He can definitely hit the 2, but can he make it? And if he doesn't make it, what does he leave?
Not leaving anything easy for Benji.
Man makes it.
Yeah, he's a bit unfortunate there.
was a great pot, but just put a lot of just put a little too much juice in it.
Mm. As if you were to just making sure of the pot.
Mm-hmm.
It's money.
Yeah, good shot. Using the 4 to
Yeah.
control the 3 ball.
Knowing the 6 would be in the way. That's a clever shot from Imran.
And the 5 and the 8. Can he just clip the side of it? Try to swerve it a little.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was a risky shot.
that was a tough shot.
Hmm?
That was a very tough
Yeah.
shot.
I think he's gonna. Oh. Yeah.
Seemed to hit that harder than I would have.
Yeah.
So Imran winning the safety battle in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And taking advantage of it. Hopefully we'll close this out.
I'll take a 2-rec lead if he makes this one, which he does.
Which he does. 4-2 to Imran. Imran following Benji's lead and having a look at the rack, seems to be a lot happier with it. The proof will be in the break.
No ball,
No ball.
no shot. And I think it was a legal break.
I wasn't looking out for it at that time. But if it was, Benji will definitely give it back to him.
Yeah, he gave it back. the push out.
It's very interesting watching people's tactics when it comes to push-outs. Some take a lot of time, some know exactly what they're going to do. But I am amazed at how many get given back, which is always interesting. Benji's still evaluating his options here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just pass against well executed.
Yeah,
Pass the 9.
it's into a nice spot.
Good spot
Unless
there.
he can swerve it round and clip the cushion, which he's standing there now having a look at. Could be on.
Did he leave it?
Yeah, it appears so. It was a good effort.
Thought it was thick.
Yeah, it
I
looked
thought.
like it.
I think he thought the same. Yeah.
He seemed to take an extra look at it. It's got limited options for the 5, so this will be a key shot.
There you go for the 5-9 combination here.
Yeah. My preferred option would be the long 5 up past the 7, but I think he's not flat
Yeah,
enough an angle
no.
on that. So he's taken your advice. Jimmy, he's taking your advice.
I wouldn't say advice, but it was the most logical option after
Yeah.
he played position on the 3 ball. Sorry, from the 3 to the 4 like that. Having so
Exactly.
much angle.
Yeah. This is certainly a makeable combination. No. And as a consequence, has left Imran with...
Yeah, big chance here to make 5-2.
Yeah. To really put the pressure on Benji. played that well.
Yeah, I was almost. I thought at first that he didn't put it hard enough,
No,
and the 9 was in the way.
that was always my concern watching that.
Whew.
Yeah.
A bit thicker hit than he would have wanted, but it went in.
Taking his time. Important penultimate shot. And Imran takes advantage. Takes it to 5-2.
So at the end of this day, it all comes down to these two players to decide who will win earn the last spot here for the last 16 tomorrow.
And it's been a long day for these guys, so the stamina, energy levels, concentration, all got to be considered at this stage of the day. Although by the looks of it, neither Benji here or Imran appear to be succumbing to any fatigue. So, a productive break in the sense of staying at the table. However, the one ball is nowhere to be seen. And it could be opportune to play a push, which Benji has done.
Could bank it up and use the 4 as a blocker. I tried to stop her, sorry.
Yeah. He was listening to you then.
Yeah, but he just played it too wide.
Got away with it.
Yeah.
Benji considered jumping the 2. Probably not.
That's unlucky. That could be his.
Could very well be.
Yeah.
Get Imran to the hill.
The only problem is the 5 and the 8 here. Is he looking to open up the 5 and the 8 from the 2? Leave a 3 ball in the side pocket?
Not now. But he certainly looked like he was having a look at that.
Wonder what he will do with the 5 and 8. So we think that he's gonna play from the 4 towards the 5 and the 8 and leave himself an angle to put the 5 ball there in the top left corner from this side, this point of view. He did go for the middle pocket like he called it. It's a good shot. He had 2 options there. Fell too short.
Yeah.
He would have the 5 in the other
In the corner
pocket, or even the 5-8 combination.
Still needs some finesse here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Bounce. Yeah. And still had some work to be done, but Imran has finished that one up to get to the hill. Puts a bit the ultimate pressure on Benji now. And it will be Imran's break.
Ooh. Yeah, the 5 just came in line, I think.
Saved the day.
To have a full view on the 1. Yeah, you can see a little smile on Imran's face. But
it might not be that far off because it looked like he was seeing if it was swervable. Because if he only has to turn the ball over a smidge, he could still hold it for the 2. He's turned it.
Ah, good. Great shot. That looked much easier than it was.
Yeah, definitely.
So he still has to figure out a way to open up, to break up these two balls, the 6 and the 9.
That is his biggest problem at the moment. The 5's in a nice spot for him. The 5 could help him out. So if he can come past this 7 clean.
No, I think is he going to draw into it? No, can just miss it.
He wants to stay that side of the 8 ball, which he's
Mm.
done.
But
It's not the best angle. What would you do here, Jimmy?
Maybe put it in the corner or top left corner. Have an angle to open up the 6 and 9, or try to
Anywhere around
play it,
here.
you know, where the sticker on the
Yeah.
on the short cushion is here. Play this sort of safety mind shot and have a shot on the 6. Oh,
He's got into the
let's
right
go
area.
into the other corner.
He's got to
Yeah,
the
that's
right
a good
area.
shot.
He was listening to you, Jimmy.
Wow.
He kept it on that sticker for an element of safety. Big shot. This calls for good cueing, no head movement, and staying down on the ball. If the books I've read are to be believed.
Oh, close, but
No cigar.
Benji's hanging by a thread, but he's still in there. But he needs to take full advantage of this mistake. Is it his break or is it Imran's break?
It will be his break next.
Okay.
Benji looking on while Imran racks him. He's letting him have a good look before he finishes it himself.
Cleaning the ball again. Yeah. It's a
So-
good break.
Yeah. It's certainly what Benji needed. 6-3 down. Running this to 6-4 would put pressure on Imran's break. Okay. He's come up a little short on this. Maybe being a bit fluttered where the 9 was. So now he's got traffic to contend with.
Yeah, needs to judge this this kiss on the 7.
I think he can hit it hard enough with enough check side to keep the check in the ball.
I think you should draw it.
Yeah,
Draw
sorry,
it off the 7.
Yeah.
But depends on how full he's gonna hit the 7. He's not going for it.
And he's not played that well at all.
That's no. No, that's not a good effort for a safety shot.
I do find that when you're caught between 2 shots, that sometimes the halfway house is all you can find.
Mm-hmm.
It's no gimme, but Imran's settling down to this. He'll be wanting to put this.
I think he can just roll the cue ball forward after hitting this, putting this 3. Oh, he's going the other way. Yeah. Well, does he have the angle to go to the 5? I don't think so.
That or he's going to leave a long 5. Having to bring the cue ball between the 6 and 7. I don't like him powering this.
Yeah, he's gonna have to draw.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking he was putting the 3 ball, leaving
Just
the
leave
white
it,
there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
he's played that very well.
That's a great shot. That's a great shot. Now he just has to negotiate what he's gonna do with the 7 and the 8. 7 first, of course.
He's left the cue ball quite tight against the cushion here, meaning he's limiting his options on how he gets around for the 6. So pushing it with top seems to be the only option, and that's going to call for
It's just enough room, maybe to draw it back a little, but it's gonna move towards the 8-7-6 anyway. Yeah, he's doing your thing.
Ooh. Wow.
Brilliant.
If that's what he was looking at when he before.
He looked at hitting the 7,
Yeah.
So he makes the 5 position on 6 and opens up the 7-8 in one shot.
It's definitely frame worthy. Will it be so now? Needed all the pocket.
But it dropped.
So, this for the match. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen.
So that was the last match. That completes the last 16 for tomorrow. We'll be starting tomorrow with the first matches at 9. (9 a.m. in the morning, Belgian time). Please check in on Facebook to see the live stream, or go to our website orangeforks.com, choose live stream 1, 2 or 3. We will stream 3 tables like the last couple of days, and you can choose any match you want to see. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. This was Gethin Davis and Jimmy Ballroom. See you all tomorrow.
Thank you, Jimmy.